So you guys, all the reporters, you can have a field day right now on Facebook. We have backup on YouTube. We are good to go. So Harlot Persa, what's your skill set? Just think of it. Come out and do a presentation of who you are outside of being married to an Oyinbo. When they ask you, Harlot, what do you bring to the table? I bring my bekus. Because the only thing you've added to that man's life, 4 children. You just came to England to breed like a pig. Every mad woman on the street can breed. They can get pregnant and give birth to children. So there's nothing too special about that. Because it's not unique to you. It's a God-given, situation. When you get pregnant, start having babies. So you can't say, oh, this is what I brought to the table when I met him. I gave him 4 children. Some women can even give 10 children to a man. It's the grace of God. It's not by your doing that, okay, because I'm so strong or whatsoever. It's the grace of God. But what have you on your own done? And what can you even say that you brought into that man's life? You are just there to eat. You're just there to take from him. And that's the problem with a lot of these African women. They see that Caucasian man as their gateway to success, their gateway to progress, their gateway to their future. Harlot Persa, would it surprise you if I said tonight that the Oluchi you are so bitter about is 1,000,000 times better than you? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not just going to talk because I want to talk. Oluchi that you're talking down on is her own boss. Oluchi is a professional. She works in the medical field in the Netherlands or in Belgium, depending on where she lives. Oluchi works as a woman, makes her money. She's not waiting for her husband to receive salary, to come and give her 200 euros out of his salary. And then he will complain, how about the one I gave you last week? She makes her own money, and she has been giving Horians money. She was sending money to poor Horians, because many of these Horians, they are just less privileged, just like Harlot, waiting for the salary, the income of her husband to be able to do anything. She wants to buy new underwear. Her husband has to supply. That's a liability. That's a parasite. People who have nothing to offer their men. I can tell you 1,000,000 things I can offer the father of my children in support for what he provides, because the man is the provider. And we cannot change that. But as a woman, there should be something you are adding to that man's life, not only kpekus. Harlot Persa, tell the world what else you brought from Ghana apart from your kpekus. What else did you present to that man? You just threw your kpekus on the table and told him, this is what I bring to the table. That's why you're a harlot. It's very simple. And also, it's embedded in your name. So you're just a natural born harlot. That's all you are. That's the only title attached to your name. Oluchi is a medical professional. Does that surprise you? It shouldn't. Where do you think she's getting all the money she's sending to you poor, hungry girls when she was supporting Hora Obidi? Where do you think she was working hard for her money? Harlot Persa, apart from bathe your children and take them to school and come back home and sit in the dark and call into live videos, what else do you add to that man's life? Nothing. That's why you're miserable. That's why you end up wailing because of Hora Obidi. Buying mansions. How many mansions did you buy? How many buildings did you buy in 2023? What did you achieve with your life in 2023? What did you succeed in doing in 2023, even for Hora Obidi? The guy you introduced to her You actually added to his life because maybe he tasted a new Nigerian. Maybe. But you didn't add horror. You didn't add to horror's life because he couldn't help her. He lied that he worked with Facebook, whereas that was in 2016. Past glory. He only worked there for 2 months, maybe as an intern, maybe as a cleaner. 2 months. 2016, 7 years ago. But he still found a way to lie to you dumbheads that he was working with Facebook and that horror could fly down to where he lived or lives, that he would take her there. Nobody books a flight without assurance that everything would be fine. So he gave you people the confidence and the assurance. But because you people are so dumb, naturally, she flew all the way there. But already. So what can you tell the world you did for horror? Something tangible that you can say, okay, because of me, this happened in her life. So you wasted your 2023 when you should have been taking care of your Albanian Onyimbo. It's such a shame. I will always say that you are a waste of flight ticket. You are a waste. What were you doing before that man brought you? Were you going to school? No. Why not brush up? Go back to school. Do something with your life. Become somebody. Become somebody for yourself, for your children, that they can be proud of you. That's why Oluchi is better than you. She earns her own money. You earn from your husband's salary. Oh my God. Now, let us continue. Let me open my phone. So, anyways, I've given you guys a brief background as to... So, this is what caused it, anyways. These people, the nonsense, this one. And I'm like, I cannot. Like, look at them. Look at the names. The 3 idiots. 3 people against 1 blessing. Njoh. Can you imagine? All of them had to come together against 1 person. And still, I'm still dealing with them. Now, let me see. What am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. Okay, let's go to this one. This guy. That's the guy. Right? That one. Happy Mother's Day. This guy has so many different baby mamas. I told you guys about it before, right? I'm not going to show his kids. But this guy has, let me cover. He has, as of 2022, he has a son who is 21, who was 21 in 2022. So now he should be 22 years old. This AJ Korea, professional scammer, he's 46 years old. And that was, let me see. Okay, he has different baby mamas in the UK and in the US. This one is the US. I don't want to show the kids. This is another son. This son is purely African. This one he's talking about in this post, like pure, not mixed, right? And he has different children with mixed, you'd see some of his kids, they look half Puerto Rican, different. He has different baby mamas, so you can just tell the kind of man that AJ Korea is. Different women, different children. And this one here, the one I just talked about, I don't want to show the baby. The one I just talked about looks like Musa. And this guy goes to the UK often. He goes to the UK often. He has different baby mamas there. So how did a harlot Persa of Bedford get to know this guy living all the way in the US? Harlot Persa, if you're not satisfied with your Albanian guy, and I know I told you guys before, I've analyzed this girl before. A lot of African women, when they get married to these Caucasian men, they are not sexually satisfied by them. They always find their way back to, having secret African boyfriends. It's very predominant in the African community. It's not a secret, so I'm talking about it. I've never been married to a Caucasian whatsoever, so I'm not talking out of experience, but I'm talking out of what we have seen and heard a lot with these opportunists. I'm not talking about the real people who married for love. There are a lot of African women who just found someone, and most of them are professionals, and they find someone maybe in the same field or maybe during college, and they fall in love, and they come together equally and they marry. But there are some people, they have nothing to offer the world. They have nothing the world is even offering them. The only key to their future is just, let me marry this man and I'm secure financially. Those category of women, those opportunists, those parasites like Harlot Persa, when they go with that man, because if it's not 100% love, because it's not equal, right? They are the one receiving more from those men than the men. The men are not getting anything from those women. Look at it really well. The men will pay the house rent, pay the car insurance, pay everything for the kids, their extra curricular activities, everything. It's on the man. Everything. The woman is just there to breed. Just give birth, give birth, give birth. Every other year, give birth. That's all they do. And they eat, eat, eat. And they bathe the children. That's all those women do. They have nothing they are offering the world. Okay? So when they have men like that, because the love is not the reason they went into it, the next thing you see is that they start to have secret boyfriends. And those boyfriends are not Caucasian, they are African. Harlot Persa, nobody sends you into the one you're doing now. So let me move on. So anyways, let me show you guys again before I continue. So like I said, you can see this one is USA, right? Gulfland, USA. Yeah. Now look at the next one. London. This man, the tail between your legs, has traveled more than Harlot Persa. All the places your little tail has been to, if you count them together, Harlot Persa has not gone to half of those places. He has children everywhere, like ants. And the way he catches them is just lying to them. It's just simply lying to them. Just the same way he lied to Hora Obidi. That he worked where he didn't work. And then he would lay with those women. If they get pregnant, they decide to have the baby. He will visit you where you are, no problem. Isn't that a deadbeat dad? Or how do you define a deadbeat dad? Isn't that something worthy of analysis? Why do men go everywhere and give birth everywhere? Why do they go from woman to woman to woman to woman? You give birth with this one, you give birth in different continents. It says a lot about that man. Just the same way, Harlot Persa also. She already was a mother before she was rescued by her Albanian Oyinbo. Now, let me move on to the next one. So thank God this is another one, another child or another daughter. Now let us read this from 2028. This person wrote in 2018. He wrote, God bless you and protect you, Gambian Empress. You are right. I booked the 2 shows of Gambia and Senegal, 26th and the 30th of December. For con man and thief, Albert Korea AJ Promotion, as he called himself in California. He robbed my 10% commission from me and my assistant. That is what someone wrote about him in 2018. From me and my assistant in Jamaica, Kevin Saunders, after we make him pay $50,000 US dollars, he didn't pay. He didn't pay Splash the 10% commission. So someone from Jamaica paid $50,000 to him, to AJ Korea, to organize a show in Senegal and Gambia. And he was supposed to give this man 10% commission for maybe doing the networking, linking them up, introducing them to each other. He didn't pay the 10% commission. We lost money, but we look to sue him soon in the US and Gambia courts for our compensation case. And we'll put him in jail in America, same as he went in Gambia to jail and police station. Promise you soon judgments will come for this wicked, evil thief like him who robbed poor people money in Africa and Jamaica. He will know that he never can do his scams again and harm artists and promoters and people. So where he will go. That was written in 2018 about this guy that Harlot Persa is now associated with. And Hora Obidi. 2018, Blessing Njoh was not there then, but already people knew that this man was no good. Okay, this is another